Heidi, ready for your big day?
Yeah. My name is Heidi and I'm 10 years old. Usually I walk to school, but today I have to get there extra early. And normally I don't dress like this on a school day, but today I have to because of the project we got in class yesterday. It all started when my teacher, Miss Klein, began talking to us about different careers.
Fourth graders, we've been talking about careers and job choices that you may have for the future. And one of the most important qualities to be successful in any career is to enjoy what you're doing. So today we're going to talk about some of the things you enjoy doing in your hobbies, your interests. What I'd like you to do is take out a sheet of paper, something to write with, and at the top I'd like you to write down things I enjoy doing. This list will help you think about maybe some career choices. Let's say you like building with Legos. Maybe someday you'll be in construction. Let's say you like writing. Maybe someday you'll be an author or a journalist.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have a career as a teacher?
Being a teacher allows me to give back to my community. That's probably one of the biggest reasons I went into being a teacher. I wanted to give back what my community gave to me. I wanted to share my knowledge and my love of learning. Not everyone is going to be a straight-A student, but if a child is working at their best, that's my goal.
Do you know what a goal is? A goal is a desired purpose. It's kind of like a dream you work really hard at to make come true. You may have a career goal of someday becoming a doctor, a police officer, or maybe even a teacher.
When I grow up, I want to be a teacher. The reason I want to be a teacher is because a lot of the things I enjoy doing are part of the teacher's job. I like coming to school every day, working on computers, and plus I like helping other kids learn.
Okay, fourth graders, now that we have made a list of things we enjoy doing and we've been talking about careers, once you have decided on a career, how do you go about finding more about that career? MJ?
Maybe you could look on the internet.
Very good. Laura?
You could go to the job and see what you have to do.
That's a good choice.
You can learn a lot about careers from computers, reading books, or watching special videos. But probably the best way to learn about a career that interests you is to talk with a person who is already doing it.
Hi, Heidi. What's up?
Can I ask you a few questions about being a teacher?
Sure, have a seat.
If you're lucky enough to talk with someone whose career interests you, make sure you're prepared with questions ahead of time. Write your questions out and remember to take them with you. And be sure to take good notes. If you have access to a tape recorder, you may want to record your conversation.
How old were you when you knew you wanted to be a teacher?
Let's see. Actually, I was your age, Heidi. I was in 4th grade and I had a great teacher by the name of Mr. Benoit. Not only did he teach me about reading and writing and arithmetic, he also taught me things about myself that I would deal with outside of school. It was because of him that I went on the path to being a teacher.
Once you knew you wanted to be a teacher, what did you do then?
Well, I knew I had to work really hard at the subjects I wasn't very good at. Writing was really hard for me. Verb tenses were incorrect, spelling errors. I knew what my thoughts were, but I had a hard time getting them on paper. And this is an area where Mr. Benoit would help me.
Well, let's see what you have here, Audrey. Well, this is a good start of information that you have outlined. And since this is an informative paper, you're going to need to state your facts clearly. For example, you could start out with, in this paper, I'm going to write about alligators. Or you can ask a question, such as, have you ever wondered about alligators?
And I had to work extra hard in writing.
How did you become a teacher?
Well, after high school, I went on to college, and in the last semester of my college, I did student teaching.
What's student teaching?
Student teaching is a combination of being a student and then working with a full-time teacher in a regular classroom. You learn about how an average day would go. You learn about how to teach the subject areas. You know what, Heidi? I have an idea. Since we're working on our career projects all day tomorrow,
And that's why I'm dressed this way today. Instead of going to my regular class, I'm assisting Miss Swanson with her 1st grade class.
Good morning, Heidi. How are you?
Fine.
Okay, great. Are you ready to get to work?
I think so.
This is everything we're going to get through today. And after the lesson is reviewed, then I'll write it on the board, and then the children will know what we're going to be working on today. Boys and girls, we're going to have an assistant today, and her name is Heidi. She will be teaching with me today, and I want you to treat her the way that you treat me. Boys and girls, look up here at today's goals. The first thing we'll be doing is reading, and after we practice our penmanship, then we'll go to recess. And I'd like you all to take out your reading books and turn to page 127.
Everyone took turns reading. I mostly followed along, and if someone got stuck on a word, I would help him or her figure it out.
I fetched, I found.
After reading was over, the class worked on penmanship. Miss Swanson asked me to pass out a worksheet and then walk around and make sure everyone was making their letters correctly. After penmanship, it was time for recess.
During recess, it's some teacher's job to monitor the playground. It's his or her job to make sure everyone is having fun in a safe way.
Hey, Heidi! You want to play some ball?
No thanks.
It's also a teacher's job to make sure everyone gets back into the building safely and on time for classes.
The next thing on our list of goals was math. After I passed out a test, Miss Swanson had me correct the penmanship papers. I finished correcting the penmanship papers at about the same time as lunch.
During lunch hour, if a teacher isn't outside monitoring the playground, he or she is inside working. He or she could be grading papers or teaming up with another teacher for a special project.
Another important skill that a teacher needs to have, Heidi, is to be able to work together as a team, like Miss Klein and I are doing. After lunch, her class will be coming to my class to read with them.
This helps Miss Swanson's students become stronger readers and helps my students become good leaders. In order for a school to be successful, you have to have a lot of teamwork.
Do you know what teamwork is? Teamwork is a group effort. It's when everyone has the same goal and works together to achieve it. Like a basketball team, their goal is to score more points than the opposing team. They work together by passing the ball back and forth until someone can take the best shot. If their goal is to win the game, then they have to work together to achieve it. But if someone doesn't work as a team player, it makes it a lot harder to achieve the goal.
During reading buddies, Miss Swanson said I could either correct papers, or since they were one buddy short, I could read with Chris. I read with Chris.
Okay, fourth grade reading buddies, I would like you to line up. It's time to go back to homeroom.
Okay, and my children, go back to your seats, clear off your desks, and get ready for music.
During music and recess, I corrected more papers, went down to the office to pick up messages, and made copies for the final class of the day, social studies.
Boys and girls, as Heidi is passing out our worksheet on communities, let's review. So far, we've learned that a community is a place where people live, have fun, and are always working together. What other things do we know about communities, boys and girls? Anthony.
About different neighborhoods.
Okay, communities are made up of different neighborhoods.
For the rest of the day, I answered questions and helped out with the students' worksheets.
Okay, boys and girls, it's time to go home right now, and I will call you by group. So when I call you, come up quietly. Okay, Angela's group.
Instead of going home like I always do, I stayed for almost another hour helping Miss Swanson prepare for tomorrow's classes.
Hello, Heidi. So how did your day go as a teacher's assistant?
Fine.
What skills do you think you need to become a good teacher?
Well, first you have to want to help kids learn. You have to be organized. Teachers correct a lot of papers, so it is important to be good at reading, writing, and math. And most importantly, you have to get along with people and know how to work as a team.
Heidi did a great job today. I think someday she'll make a great teacher. Heidi, I have one more thing for you to do. Take those community assignments home and correct them, and then bring them back on your way to your homeroom tomorrow morning, okay?
Helping Miss Swanson for the day was fun, but a lot of work. I never realized how much teachers are working while I'm at recess or in another class. I still want to be a teacher someday, but for right now, I think I like being a student better because now I know how hard it is to be a teacher.
Teachers are very important people in everyone's lives. It's their job to help you get ready to live and work in the world. From the leaders of our country, to rock stars, to professional athletes, to the men and women who fly in space. Teachers got them all started in their chosen career. What do you want to be when you grow up?